but you choose to tune into Conversations with me, Kendell Lenice. So I'm thankful of that. For those of you that have never, if you've never watched Conversations or never listened to Conversations or have never heard of radioonfire.com, I welcome you. I am a life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. My main goal is to really inspire and uplift and to motivate people. That's what I was called to do. That's what I do. And this platform is for people that are living out their dreams or going through whatever trial, tribulations, and the triumphs. I want to showcase them on this show. So today, let's talk about what happened in the news this week. Lamar Odom, that's what I have right here. Lamar Odom. And it's so funny you said that. That is the talk. Regular news, social media, Black Twitter, blowing up about Lamar Odom. I just want to send my prayers. Before I came here, I heard he did open his eyes.
And he started talking as well. Yeah.
See, and he started talking. So God is good.
They said his first words was
What?
Chloe.
No, I hope not. I hope not. He said the first words were Chloe. I hope that is a joke because I have my own opinion on that. How all of a sudden.
That was the first word.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Diamond just said the first words were Chloe. But okay, I'm going to leave that one alone because where was she before? But I'm just saying. See, he's singing. He got my background right here. But for those of you that don't know briefly, he was found in Nevada in a compromising position or a place, let's just say. But anyway, that's not even relevant to me. He was unconscious, and can't talk today. I'm tripping over my tongue. But they found him, rushed him to the hospital, and you know the story. So today they're saying he's speaking and opening his eyes. So that is a good thing. God is good.
Yes.
I don't believe in passing judgments. I believe in praying for people and just praying that they get through whatever they're going through. Everybody is going through something. It may not be drugs, but it's something. So I always pray that people do, overcome obstacles because everyone has them in life. Okay, so that's Lamar. Also, I wanted to talk about my event tomorrow. Yay! My Make It Visual event, my vision board and empowerment workshop. Oh, it's right here. Boom.
Bam.
So I'm thrilled. Eventbrite, I did close sales, but you can buy your ticket at the door. Just email me at livingtruelivingyou.com. Living You. Oh, what's wrong with my tongue today? I think I just got this new tongue.
You cited.
Right, I'm cited. Right, without the E. But livingtruelivingyou@live.com. That's the email address. So if you want to come tomorrow, it's in Owings Mills from 1 to 4. A lot of positivity, you'll get to see me do my motivational speaking thing. A lot of people haven't seen me do that. Live poetry, food. Of course, the vision boards, and I say a darn good time tomorrow. All right. So, again, if you're looking for tickets or you want to come, if you want to pay at the door, holler at me, and I will give you all the information. All right, he's been patient today, and this is my shining star, my guest for this evening. This is Brother Calvin D. Tucker Jr.
Yes, sir.
All of that. You got to break it on down, okay? Okay, so he is in the music industry. He's a talented musician, singer, but he also puts a positive spin on it. So we're going to talk about what you're doing with your tour and all of that later. But first, I want to welcome you to Conversations.
Thank you. What's going on, everybody?
Yay. We got the audience.
Yes, right. Thank all of y'all. You get a call.
Right. Well, welcome to Conversations.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yay.
Yes.
And I was just telling him before the interview that he was really promoting this show. He's a hustler. And now we will go on and on in a good way. He was getting the word out. So you ready to have a conversation?
Let's have a conversation.
Okay, because the conversation with the K is different.
Hallelujah.
Right. See, when you got singers on. See, if I could sing, I would be like you. Right. I'd be singing every chance I get. I write the songs that make the singers sing. But yeah, I can't sing. God, that wasn't a blessing that he gave me a gift. All right, so let's get started with the basics, the history. We already know your government name.
Right.
Okay, so tell me where you're from.
I'm from West Baltimore.
Okay, shout out to
I was
West
born
Baltimore.
and raised on the playground. So, grew up in a two-parent family home, a performing arts house.
Okay.
Grew up with my older sister. We have a younger sister who's 22 now, but at that time it was just me and my older sister. And like I said, we grew up in a performing arts family, and my parents, they were very supportive.
Okay.
I was like the different child. I'm the only boy, so I was different. As different as I am now, I was that, and probably a little bit more back then.
Like with your own style.
With my own style, with creativity, my personality. I wasn't a follower. I didn't want what all the other kids wanted. Things like that. I had strong values because of how we were raised, and they kind of held on to me instead of them like drifting away and me having to catch back onto them. But my mother was like that soccer mom, that coach, that momager, because she gave us freedom. So we wanted to play. One time I wanted to play the recorder. She said, okay.
Oh, dang, I had like
we went from that, Boy Scouts, whatever it was. If we were going to do it, we were going to do it 102,000,000%.
Love
She
it.
wouldn't let us slack on anything.
Love
If you're going to go,
Shout
you're
out
going to be
to
at
the good
rehearsal on
moms out
time.
there.
You're going to be at every performance. You're not going to slack. And so I think that's what built my work ethic at a young age. So it wasn't like, okay, well, you don't feel like doing it. Okay, fine. No, it was, you asked to do this. We invested in it, bought you this recorder. You're gonna blow in it, and you're gonna play a note or three. And that stuck, with us. In the marching band, we went to Christian Warriors marching band. Shout out to Ernest King and that whole crew that's still marching to this day.
Okay.
But back in the 80s, she was right alongside of us, screaming, march, step, giving us that confidence, critiquing us, building us. So, yeah.
Oh, so that's good. Shout out to the good moms out there to
Shout
support
out
their
Elizabeth
children.
Tucker.
All right,
Calvin
Elizabeth
Tucker Sr.
There you
Hallelujah.
go. I always support the parent. I mean, everybody knows I have 2 daughters of my own, and I think it's important to nourish creativity, independence, having that own mind and that own path.
Yeah.
And I think a parent should support that as long as you're doing
It's conductive.
right, exactly.
Positive.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So shout out to the good moms out there
All the
supporting
good
their
parents.
children's dreams.
Fathers too.
Yes,
Yeah.
fathers too, absolutely. Okay, so tell me, and I always use this, and some people have watched, and some people I think have been under a rock. But I always say, like, Brown Sugar is one of my favorite movies. So, and right, you've seen it.
Of course.
Thank you. I had a basketball show, and they were like, "Huh, Brown Sugar?" I was like, "Oh, y'all about to mess me up with my follow-up."
Right.
But of course, when did you fall in love with hip hop? I'm gonna switch it around. When did you fall in love with music? When did you know that was something that you really sincerely wanted to pursue?
Well, we were in it from a young age, but when I first fell in love with it was when I started writing songs at 13.
Okay.
And so I would take R&B. Remember back in the day, you can buy a single, one song.
A
and it would,
cassette single?
No, not that far back.
Oh, okay.
A little bit,
told my age.
A little bit in like maybe 1998-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, you could buy one single and it would have a song on it.
True.
It would have a remix and it would have an instrumental. It might have some other things on there, but it would have the instrumental.
There you go. Yep, a maxi
let them use
single.
you, a maxi single. So,
that's right. I took it back to cassette single though.
Yeah, I had them
y'all
too.
old
But
folks
yeah,
know about those.
I had those too, but
Okay.
I didn't write to a lot of those. My
Okay.
first song that I wrote to was Usher, My Way.
Okay.
And so what I
remember
did was I took his words off and just switched them with biblically based or gospel based type of lyrics.
So what was that
So
chorus
it was
like?
I'm gonna be in the wrong key, but it was I know a man who can. That was my version, but his song was My Way. Right. So
Yeah.
I'm in all kind of keys,
That's
but
in the video.
I didn't
That's
rehearse
when,
that.
when Tyrese, I think Tyrese was in that
He was
video.
dancing. No, he was dancing in what was the other one? Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, that video. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And but then that was before I grew into what I call a real songwriter. Then I learned how to take the same tracks and write to them completely fresh, as if they're just so they don't sound anything like the song, different melodies and everything.
So you use the same music?
The same music, R&B tracks to write gospel lyrics or things like that. Because that's you use what you have at the time, and so that's all I had. I couldn't produce. I didn't play an instrument. Didn't know producers. I was like kind of just getting into it, so I didn't know. You know, they have producers. You can make beats. I didn't know about Fruity Loops, none of that.
Right.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm doing this, and then I started performing at gospel events and stuff like that, and then I started getting invited outside to different events, and then I was like, okay, but then one time through doing that, you know, God just really put on my heart and revealed to me that this is one of the things I'm going to use you to reach the masses with. This is one of the gifts that you are going to use as your mantle to spread the gospel, to spread the love of Jesus Christ. And so that's when it became my ministry, my calling, my love. And I was probably around 16 or something like that, because then shortly after that I did my debut concert in 2002. I was 18 at that time.
Wow.
So yeah, but then it wasn't until recently
with original music?
No, what was original lyrics?
Lyrics.
The whole concert was all R&B instrumental.
But some people,
all 13 songs.
What were some of the songs that you used?
Faith Evans, Love Me Deep in My Soul.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That one. Again, don't be paying attention to them keys. I ain't heard. Faith Evans, Usher My Way, some Brandy. She had a remix to Sitting Up in My Room. That was on the Maxi single. It was 2 remix tracks. So I wrote 2 songs to that one.
From the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack.
From the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Wrote something to so many people. Ideal, Silk.
Ideal? What you know about Ideal?
Come on now. Come on. Get going.
Right. You know you got to play that with Wifey, Too Close, just in case.
Too Close. I got one for Too Close. And then No Question. What's the song?
Allure?
I do have one by that wasn't Allure. What's the ones that sung with 112? The girl group that sung with 112. Remember that song?
Yes, and I'm trying to. I can't think right
song,
now.
All Alone on a Sunday morning.
That was Allure. Okay. That was Allure.
I did. I wrote one song for my debut, my second concert for. Oh no, not that track. It was a track that they had. Allure had. Okay. Yeah, no I did one too.
You talking about No Question?
The guy group.
With LL in it. No, the song No Question by Allure.
Oh no, not that.
Oh,
No Question was an R&B group too.
Oh,
like a one-hit wonder.
I remember that.
JoJo, Ray, Keisha, my cousin Malik.
I do remember that. I really
I wrote a song to that, and that's on my mixtape. The song I wrote to that, I did a what was called a Concerts for College tour, but it wasn't like this. No, this was. I went to CCBC after I graduated from Woodlawn High School down the street. 2002. So I went to CCBC until 2006, graduated then. And during that time, when I graduated, I was pursuing Messiah College, Temple University. Okay. So to raise money for that, I did like a gospel tour in Baltimore. It wasn't like the one I'm on now. It was just one city. It was 5 churches. And it was 5 months. It was one church a month. Oh wow!
And the fifth one,
I produced it all myself. Wow. And was the DM as well. And the 5th date was one that was picked up by a pastor who heard about it. And so it was only supposed to be 4 dates. And then he called, and that was the 5th date. And so that was amazing. And so what we did was it was supposed to be a DVD from all the different dates. Concerts. We was going to pick the best ones. So we made sure all the songs was on there. And we was going to release a DVD to also help raise money. But it was some technical situations, so he just pulled the audio off and put it on CD. So that became my live mixtape. Oh, wow. So that came out in 2006-07.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got it. It's a long journey.
To hit the streets?
Yep, and my EP came out in 2012 called Can I Get an Intro? Available right now on iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby. Has my single Patiently Waiting on there. That's the music video also that's available on YouTube. So
you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, and I really got a lot of experience when I met DJ Fella, Darrell Brown. He's a DJ, producer, songwriter. You can see him at Melba's every Friday night. He's probably at Melba's tonight. Yeah, from Baltimore.
Okay, Melba's is in Baltimore because I know people watch all around. So,
that's right. Shout out to you all over the world.
All over the world. Baltimore. Would you consider it an old head club?
It is definitely an old head club. And he's definitely an old head.
Okay, there you go. That's why he's there. That's why you're there. Sorry.
No, but he's cool. He has, I was in his group. So it was like we were like the gospel Black Eyed Peas, the best way to describe us.
Oh wow.
Because he was the rapper, I was the hype man, and then we had background singers, girls and guys, and I also sung background, co-wrote on songs, sung background. It was that kind of thing. We
so
did
was
2
it
albums.
traditional gospel?
It was traditional. It was hip hop. Cause he's a songwriter, so he wrote in different genres on one CD. So he had your old school clap your foot
tambourine,
stomping,
organ,
quartet sounding music. He had your edgy urban, high energy hip hop, high energy R&B sounding gospel music, some slow praise and worship. Yeah, so we've been on various radio stations from Heaven 600 to other countries, things like that. And the interesting thing is I met him at the audition for the Youth for Christ Gospel Choir. So there was a guy named Troy Sneed who has Intro Gospel Records, and he came to
that
Baltimore.
Name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he came to Baltimore. He does Youth for Christ in different states. It's a live recording. He just goes to a different state.
But he's not from Baltimore?
He's not. He's
okay.
He's from down south.
Okay.
But he puts together the youth choir there. They record there. He releases it. And so he came to Baltimore. They held auditions at Morgan. And so one of my friends called me and was like, you going to the audition? I was like, man, I don't know. So any long story short, I went there, met him, and he was there passing out cards at the audition, like, yeah, you know, I'm a producer, this and that, you got music, yada, yada. And I'm thinking in my head, man, because I had been in the industry for a little bit, so I knew a little bit. So I'm like, this seemed like just, you know, what we run into. People always want to tell you, we need to link up, man.
Right,
you know,
right,
I can get you, we can do this together, and they never follow through.
Yeah.
So I say, you know, I'm not going, you know, hate. I just keep that in the back of my mind. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Man, he followed through. Everything is what he said.
Oh wow!
Next thing you know, we recording the first album. We on tour going to
So how old were you at this point?
Young. 2000. It was like 2007 probably. So I was 20 something.
Okay.
20,
all right.
early 20s. So yeah, with him we did a lot. We went did the Bobby Jones tour in New Orleans after Katrina. And that was on the Word Network, different things like that. Connecticut, just it was an amazing experience. So we did 2 CDs. He helped change my life. We're actually family. I'm the godfather to his son now.
Oh, wow.
This, you know how it's important to pay attention to how God introduces you to new people, and new connections. They can become life friends and family.
Yeah.
And so he got me the job that I'm currently at now a long time ago. And that changed my life. That was my first government job, my first official job with benefits.
Yeah.
You know, all because I sent the text. Young people, we gotta listen, because I got desperate at the community college. I was like, man, I need a job, but I want a job. So I was like, So I went through my phone, copied the same message, and asked everybody, where do you work and are they hiring? So he responded, we yada yada yada. Long story short, I became an administrative assistant, but now I'm at a different position.
See,
but
I always
it's all
tell
about
people,
networking and asking.
I tell people that all the time. It's all about networking. But I say this, and I'll keep saying it a million times over. If you weren't prepared or if you weren't ready for whatever was coming, it wouldn't have worked.
Right.
You wouldn't still probably be there now.
Right.
You have to stay ready. You have to stay prepared. And then when that opportunity comes, or when you really manifest almost that opportunity by going through your phone, by networking, people do come into your life for a reason. Yep. And people do, and it could be a positive reason or a negative reason, but you have to.
But you're gonna learn either way.
Exactly, you're gonna learn because they were still sent to you for whatever reason. Because if it's a so-called negative, because I don't like to say it's a negative reason people come into your life, because it could be a reason for them to teach you something, to help you grow, to help you move to the next level, or to just do what they were supposed to do in your life and roll out.
Right.
So you went through your phone. I'm all about networking. You went through your phone, and this is a person that you're still close with today. Yep. And you're still working your government job with your benefits.
Well, I shouldn't say government, but it's,
your good
for lack
job.
of better terms, it's, it's
so
a part of the government.
Okay.
If you,
so let's talk about that. You do have a 9 to 5.
Yep.
You do have a full-time job that is outside of music.
It's outside of the entertainment. It's an agency called Mentor Maryland. It's a foster care agency that has different branches. So I just transferred to our all-boys school, and so I'm a teacher assistant there. So
So they and now they call that paraeducators. Do they call that there, or they still call it?
They call it teacher assistant there because it's a private-owned school, but it may be the same. They cross, the names cross a lot. So
So you work full time.
Full time, Monday through Friday.
Okay. Do you work today?
Okay. Sure did.
Me too. I still got a 9 to 5. But do you want to pursue music full time? Is this something that you want to do professionally, full time, your bread and butter, all of that good stuff? Because sometimes it's hard to take that leap of faith to go do something, to kind of live in your passion and do what you really feel that you're called to do, because there are no benefits. There are no 401ks.
Right.
It's not 9 to 5 and then you go home. It's not eating lunch at this time or that time. It's a little different. It's like a serious grind. Right. Sometimes you might not know where that check is coming from. It's not like every 2 weeks or twice a month you get that pay. But do you feel that that's something that you want to do? Do you want to take that leap of faith to pursue music full time?
Well, that's an interesting question.
Because you do have a job where you help people.
That's one of my passions too. So
and that's
I'm not in the school system or at a foster care agency just because I need a job.
Right.
But my calling is to work with young people, and so it's like you get to do all that at once.
Right.
And then I'm pursuing entertainment as soon as I get off and on weekends.
Yeah.
But the ultimate goal is to have my own broadcasting company, my own record labels, TV shows, things like that.
Okay.
Right now, I'm a professional model, actor, recording artist, stylist,
come on,
singer, songwriter, rapper, published poet. And so I'm into
all right, wait, say all of that again. Because I'm trying to
professional model, actor,
comma or slash. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, because a lot of them they coincide. Because people hear all these and think they're all separate.
I have a lot of slashes, and
there
are a lot of slashes, but they're all cohesive.
Right, and they're not all the same. I'm not all 13 of these things every day, all day.
They're all.
I'm not recording an album, preaching a sermon.
You're not modeling
making a shirt.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? At school teaching and on tour.
Right.
Today.
Right.
You know, you might have an album come out. Say my album came out tonight. Got the release party, right? Then you got the tour tomorrow. But tomorrow morning, I might do a radio show to promote it. So that's radio.
Right.
And while I'm there, I might talk about a TV show that might be coming out.
Right.
And later, a couple months from now. So like everything has a timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you can manage those timelines, that's how you stay consistent and how you maintain longevity.
I agree, because I have a lot of slashes. I do a lot of things, and they're all cohesive. But it's a lot of this, and this. But at the end of the day, they all work together, and you make them work together.
I tell people it's like working at your 9 to 5. Like if your boss gives you a stack of files and you have different bosses, you're working on those files. Then your secondary boss comes in, not knowing your first boss gave you something, gives you something in a timeline. So what do? You speak up. You say, well, Jim just gave me these files, and so I would consult with him and get these first, or or do you want to consult with him and let me know which one? You don't just say yes, take them, and then you be going crazy. Then you messing up at your job, and they didn't know you had more. It's all about communication. It's about time management, and it's about not taking on too much. Like I get sleep. I get enough sleep. At least 7 to 8.
Yeah, you look kind of fresh.
Oh, thank you very much.
Don't
look too hard.
I like to say that I get a lot of sleep, but I'm like working till like 2 a.m.
Well, that
and
happens
then
too.
Getting up and going because
But you gotta know how to catch your nap. The next, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work it out because entertainment. That's what I love about it. Entertainment, you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? And that's the freedom I like.
But you welcome all of it because you're preparing yourself. So when something comes, like I was saying, even this radio show or a lot of things in my life, you welcome it and you prepare for it. So when it comes, it's like, okay, I got that. I can do that.
I was here for. So.
Right, exactly. And I think that's important. So with music, I know you're a singer. We're going to get a little taste of that live, y'all, a little bit. But do you play any instruments? I know you were saying before I
play percussion instruments. I don't play
play the recorder?
In my head, no. I didn't, and I didn't even get around to playing it. That was that was one of the things I let go. But while I was in it, I fought her on it, and then after she saw that I really wasn't interested, she let me go. But she still at a certain point at the beginning of everything pushed us to make sure we gave it our all.
Yeah, and I think that's important.
Yeah, but I call some stuff real instruments and not for me. Like for example, the keyboard is a real instrument, but I played stuff like the tambourine, the African drums. I played the African drums on a live recording that.
Because you can teach yourself. That's
it's all vibe. Yeah. It's all improvisation. It's all from our cultures. It flows. So you don't actually have to. Well, there are techniques to actually play that instrument, but then there are some other things where you can just flow. So that's why I like percussion instruments, like tambourine, the African drum. Yeah.
See, I'm from the generation where hip hop was introduced, and there were musicians without instruments. Like people be banging on the desk
buckets,
in school,
shoe boxes with pencils.
I'm from South Jersey. That's just how it was. You can be walking in school and you hear the beat. You like, dang, is that a radio?
And that's how I go.
And it's somebody. So I totally get that.
I played the shoebox on my sister's
go.
mixtape. My big sister did a lot of things before I did.
Okay.
And she, I've kind of followed her steps. She doesn't do any of those things now. She's a wife, mom of 2. She has her beaded jewelry line, but she put that on hiatus to focus on, going back to school.
Okay.
So she just graduated with her master's.
Hey,
So
shout
she's
out,
in the
sis.
process. Shout out Carrie S. Boone, Kanisha Tucker, the whole family. So she's in the process of maybe thinking about picking it back up now that she's
it's a
graduated.
jewelry line?
Yeah, it's a beaded jewelry line.
Oh,
So
wow.
bracelets, necklaces. I think she did some other creative things as well.
Okay.
And so we would do a show every year. We did 2 shows, and so I forgot why I went into that story, but
No, about the instruments.
the
you were
instruments,
trying to
right?
give
Yeah.
your
So
sister
back in the
some
day,
shine, so,
back in the
okay.
day, she used to rap and sing.
Okay.
And she did like a EP.
How old is she? If you
She's-
don't mind.
If I'm 30, about to be 32.
She might
should
be mad at you, but
3. No, she not.
okay.
Because we understand it's a blessing to
But
be this
yeah.
age, especially my goofy
I
tail.
say
Because
it
me
all the
growing
time.
up, I wasn't expected to see 18.
I know
Boy,
that's
was,
right.
well, even 11. That's another story. I almost died when I was young. And so, you know how when you're young, you don't want to come in summertime.
Oh,
And
I
if
used
you
to
have a
act like
set
I
time
didn't
to
hear
come in.
Yeah, I used to act when my mom used to call me and act like I didn't hear.
Right. Mom,
You
can
wanna
I
stay
keep
outside,
playing,
right.
please?
Now you got to
please?
push kids outside.
Yeah,
It's different.
right. So I kept begging to stay outside. She said, "All right, I'm gonna let you stay outside." So I was dead tired. Summertime. So I came in and got in the bathtub, sat down, turned on the water, and went to sleep.
What?
So I didn't, know I was asleep until when I woke up to my father grabbing me. When he grabbed me, my eyes opened and I was underwater.
Oh my.
And when I came under the water, I saw the water part. You know what I'm saying? Like I was coming out of the water. So, and I woke up to my father grabbing me seeing myself under the water. And when I came out of the water, I was hearing my sister who was on the floor. I couldn't see her screaming, crying like my brother. No.
Oof.
It was, nothing but a miracle. I was really young. I was, they joke with me because every time I tell a childhood story, I'm either 8 or 7.
But no,
They be
this
like,
time,
you
y'all,
always
he said
8. You
he
always
said
8.
11, so yeah, he switched it up
I was
now.
under.
It's
I was
11.
under 10 when that
You were
happened.
young.
My father was what he was doing was
Little
knocking
boy.
on the door and I wasn't responding, so he broke the door down, and so everybody just came in. And that's when he pulled me
My
out.
mother did that one time, and she came out yelling at me. Why did you?
You know,
why
I
did
got
you?
yelled at.
Right, my mom's yelling at me. Why did you get me? I
And
said,
like, she wasn't
"Trap."
saying back
She
then. I
was
told
asleep.
your
Right.
black 8 to come in here when I called you.
Right. Right. You need to
I'm
be
like,
in
I
here.
almost
You
died.
were
How you
tired.
getting the beating right
Right.
now?
Because you didn't die. That's why.
It's
You
like,
know?
hey, you die, I'ma
I'm
kill you.
Right, exactly. When I find you, I'm going to kill you.
And
Word
I mean you die, I'ma kill you.
Right. That's a parent, especially a black parent.
Yes, yes.
They threaten
Should
you.
have came in when I told
And
you.
hug you at the same time and threaten you. Well, I'm glad you're still here. You still have work to do, clearly.
Yes. By the grace of God.
Yes, absolutely. Well, clearly there's a message in your music. You talk about, that we clearly know there's a message in your music if anyone follows him on social media. And shout out to Jewel. She was a
Jewel
guest.
Dion.
Yes, shout out to you. She was a guest a few weeks ago, maybe a month.
The reason why I'm here. Shout out.
The reason why he's here.
She
And
sung
also-
Deep Breath. I love that song.
Yeah. Talent, very talented young lady. So
Yes.
shout out Jewel. So you're on tour with her and
And
what's the other guy?
Kondwani Fidel.
That yes.
Yes.
I don't like saying people's names
Kondwani
wrong because
Fidel.
people say mine all wrong all the time. Okay. So you have the True Motivational Music Tour.
Yes.
So clearly there's a message in the music.
right.
Tell the people about your tour and
So-
who put it together
Right.
and how everyone came together.
So I'm so excited to talk about the True Motivation National Music Tour. It's been a dream of mine to actually tour this way. Of course, I've done tours. I've done like a Black History tour a couple of times, but they were all in Baltimore, all the like
Were they in
spot
February?
events. Right, the Black History ones were all February
Okay.
churches, spot
Okay.
dates.
Yeah.
Then there was the college one that I produced that was drawn out, but it was
So
gospel.
you just a touring fool.
It was just gospel,
Yeah.
and that was back in the day when I kind of first started out. Now I've gained my ground. I know who I am as an artist.
And who
And
are you as
so-
an artist?
Let me talk about the tour.
Okay. You gonna tell me?
Because I'm
You
not
gonna
gonna
forget.
remember.
You gonna forget to go back. All right, I got you. as you get older, you gotta get it while you can.
You gotta get it while you
right.
can.
Okay.
So the tour was a dream of mine. I'm performing the way I've always wanted to perform, minus a live band and live singers. Those are the only two elements that I don't have right now. Performing to all tracks and acapella.
Original music.
But I'm doing for this tour because it's a national tour. Right, so it's a national tour. She knew.
Usher.
Because it's a national tour, I can't go to Jersey in an audience that has no idea who I am, and it's my tour, and expect them to to come and support and sit through an hour and a half
sing along.
Of all original music that they have no idea what's coming next. Even the most supportive person gonna tap out at some point.
Yeah.
So what I did was we're doing mostly covers. Mm-hmm. So I do a 40-minute headlining set because I'm the producer and headliner. It's my dream.
He's
so
the head honcho.
I'm doing choreography. I'm doing cover music from Usher, Luther Vandross. I do a throwback session in the middle of it where I do some kind of old school songs. Usher, NSYNC, got some surprises in there. Miley music, The Fray, got some rock pop in there. And it's all music I love. It's not like these are all genres who me as an artist I love.
Right.
And they're all inspirational messages.
Love
The purpose of the tour is to kind of help people heal through the performing arts.
Love it.
Dealing with our current unrest. Because we have unrest not only in Baltimore but in our world.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Battles, wars, people dying over dumb stuff, governments out of control and corrupt leadership around the world. And so this is an opportunity for people to just come out and just take a break from all the hell that's going on, and really sit and be inspired by some artists who are really passionate about what we do. Like, you're not going to be there like, all right, so about that chicken box.
Is this their last
You're
song?
going to be there on the edge of your seat.
All right.
You will be entertained, but most importantly, we want you to be inspired. So when I had this dream, I know a million artists, of course, 15 years in the game. I know a million artists, and a lot of artists came across my mind for this tour, but I said it's something that they have to have for this particular tour.
Right.
It was an element. And so I went through a couple of people, had to cut some people dropped out. Mm-hmm. But Jewel and I went to high school together at Woodlawn High School up the street, class of 02. And so we always sung together on choruses and things like that. So I've always been a fan of her voice.
Her voice is
she just
incredible.
Recently started coming on the scene as a solo artist. Yeah. That's why I was able to, to invite her. Otherwise, she's kind of chill with it. Yeah. But she's branching out and becoming a solo artist, which is amazing. Yeah. We've been waiting for that. So I said, this is the perfect time. Voice. If she's interested, this is the perfect time. Asked her, she was down. Kandwani came on. I hadn't even met him before I booked him for the tour.
Oh wow!
I saw one of his videos on the page, and I saw one of the guys he was connected to was somebody I work with too. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay. So I hit him up on Facebook, explained what my vision was, and he was down. Mm-hmm. And so we've been on that ride ever since. The goal was 5 cities, and we have that. But what it's going to end up being is going to transition into like an unplugged of just me as it branches out and goes out, because I'm trying to take it around the world. Love it. And so we started in Baltimore at the Terra Cafe last month.
Then we went Terra Cafe, and I wanted to make it to that too. Yeah.
And we went to a boys group home in Jersey. Mm-hmm. That was amazing, and they asked us back for Christmas, so we're coming back in December. Tomorrow, we are at the Fraser Mansion Church of Scientology, Northwest D.C. at 6 p.m. sharp. You really should get there at 5:45 for the pre-show. Don't miss that. All of my shows always start on time. We will be out by 8 p.m.
Love it.
At the latest 8 p.m.
So your guys are professional.
That's my pet peeve as a producer, as a show producer and a show organizer. Yeah. That's my pet peeve, because we laugh about it and say it's our culture, that black people time. I rebuke, I cast it down. It's a lie. Yeah. And a lot of us, we whine about how we want to be professional. We want our business. We're gonna be popping. We're gonna be
taken seriously.
You're not. It's certain things that we have that we pull onto and we take on as a culture, and we pass it on to the next generation. Right. That's gonna kill our brand before we even make it there. I agree. So I can't stand stuff. If it starts late, it's because it's beyond my control. Maybe the venue. Because there's negotiations as well. Right. So if I'm in their venue, they have more control than I do. Right. So they may say hold off for whatever reason. Right. That's the only time. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if 4 out of 5 of the artists are not there. I'll do a whole show myself.
See, because people pull artists from the audience. That.
Yeah. You got to make it happen.
Like yeah. Because they
especially
will look to see how. Right.
I can't take that.
Especially if they look to see, like people may not always say, but people look at. Is it good work?
And
Are
they
you
gonna talk
professional?
about you later.
Are you on time? Right, they will.
And they ain't coming to the next one.
I agree.
Or they gonna come 2 hours
I've
late.
been to concerts
thinking
where
gonna
they
be on
started
time.
2 hours late.
Right.
And you sitting there like, it's some people, I won't even say that I'm not even going anymore.
Yeah, I
like
said
you
that too.
pay to watch them and then they're
Yeah.
2 hours late.
No addition.
No. Let me explain
I heard
something.
about that.
Hold up. I'm about to take my earrings off. New Edition always starts on time. Go in December. My girlfriend said, all right, I got our tickets. You ready to go see? They always start on
Who
time.
said that?
New Edition, see, Diamond's joking me. Everybody
New Edition
knows.
will not be at the True
You know, I'm in
Motivation
my
National
40s.
Music Tour on tomorrow.
Right.
But
I'm
they're
in
welcome
my
to
40s.
come and
I
share
love
in
New
song.
Edition since I was 10. And they always been on time. No, he had to throw that in there. But
My booking number is 410-303-6841. We are looking to come to Atlanta, LA, Miami, Detroit, Virginia, Delaware, Philly. We haven't been to Philly yet.
Okay,
We'll be in Staten Island on November 14th. Okay. Staten Island, New York. Please come and check us out. We're trying to go to other countries: Japan, China, Israel, Africa. Holla at your boy, you know.
So how have you been getting all of these dates in these different cities? I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I did forget that part. Because
It's
people might look at me like, well, who are you and why you think you can go on you can headline a tour? Like,
oh,
what
you
do
gotta
mean?
dream and think big. No.
Yeah, but you know, normally you have something on the radio. You
Yeah.
have major videos on VH1 and BET before
But it's
you
a lot
tour.
of people independently that
Well, that's
have
true,
that
too.
hustle and have that grind and can make it happen.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
that ties
don't
into the
have
reason
big
why I'm not
machines.
doing all original and Jewel is not either.
Okay.
We tied in to keep people, you know, flowing.
Yeah.
And the songs that we cover are not songs just to feel.
Right.
These are songs that we actually believe in and love. You know,
Okay.
and some we wish were ours. You know, because
Like,
they're that
name
amazing.
a couple of them. What
Like Jewel is doing songs from Jill Scott, India Ari.
Okay.
But I won't give too much. I won't give too much. But me, like I said, I gave you the
a
list.
little bit, so they'll be like, "Ooh,
Well,
let me see."
that's two. That's all you need.
That's
and,
right,
And Jewel,
right.
if you know Jewel's voice,
Her
and
voice
the
is
two I
like
just
butter.
named,
Yeah.
that's all you
Yeah,
need.
I can
Conduani,
see
of course,
that.
is doing spoken word, so he's grabbing our
Oh,
spine,
love it.
giving us something to
Love it.
think about, hold on to. But I did it the way I did it because I said if I'm going into arenas where people don't know us, we can't do all the original stuff. But I'm also I can't go into every arena either. So I reconnected with people who have already performed in their venues, or people that I went to college with who know my craft and believe enough in me that may have connections.
Right.
So I didn't not until we were into it did I start just asking venues, can you pick up this tour, casinos, festivals, malls. I'm hitting everybody up now because we have ground and we have videos, we have footage, we have proof. But before, I'm like, let's do this
you have to
intelligently.
go through your phone book. You have to go through your contacts.
Intelligently.
You have to
people
go
that
through
already
social
know my
media.
brand
Absolutely.
and will believe in it.
Absolutely.
So I can bring these other artists on with me,
Yeah.
and then it just blew up in the way that I never saw it coming.
I love it.
And I thank God for it. And
don't
you
forget-
asked earlier what you say what kind of artist am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I just want to say, and I tell people, when you blow up Shuey, don't forget that you were on Conversations.
And I will be back on Conversations.
Okay, don't get too high in life when you can't come back.
When you nationally syndicated too, I'm coming back.
I'm claiming it, Diamond. I'm claiming it. Radio on Fire is going to be huge.
Major.
It's going to be major. We're going to be in a dope building. This one is nice now, but it's going to keep going up and up
nice.
and up.
This is one of the nicest ones.
Yeah, he said that. Yep. It's nice. I think this operation is A-okay, but it's all about elevation. I claim it. I know it. I know it's going to happen.
The booking number is 410-303-6841. The Brother Calvin Show on YouTube. You will find my music video, Patiently Waiting. You will find my YouTube show, The Brother Calvin Show, which covers the fashion, it covers, you can find videos on me on everything I do. I have representation on YouTube. I'm a preacher as well. There are a couple videos, old videos of preaching. The styling, you'll see that through the fashion shows, my clothing line, stuff like that.
See, this is how he gets his bookings. This is how you pull people in. He's not afraid to promote himself. He believes in himself. And all he needs is that belief.
Yes.
All you need is that belief in
Fox
yourself.
45, Channel 13, Channel 2, BET, VH1. How about your boy?
I like to think that they're watching Conversations.
Right.
Exactly.
Or one of their producers or one of their makeup artists are watching. Holla at your boy.
Exactly.
And you know what? I take pride in bringing other artists with me. I bring everybody I can with me on every project that I do, and I'm loyal. If you show up and professional in this one, I'm gonna keep you in mind in the future. And it's I love it. You know, if I at some point I'll be doing the behind the scenes as well. I won't always be up front. I love behind the scenes as much as I do in the spotlight.
So you need some, I'm a writer, I'm a songwriter, so you need something. Let me know. All right, so what type of music do you listen to other than yours and the artists on your tour? What type of music do you listen to, and who are your top three? If you have, and I know that's hard.
It's not hard to start at the top. Of course, it's a million after that, but I can give you the top.
Okay.
Tying in at number one for female vocalists really is Brand.
Well, he might need to be at the awards, Diamond. He sound like he just okay.
Now I've been my degrees in broadcasting.
Okay.
And that's one of my passions too. And I've had my own radio show. I've been a gospel music director at campus. And
so you should
also
talk about the things you haven't done, because you've done everything.
But I've been a voice for a award show. What was it? The DMV Christian Music Awards, the first one. I was the voice, and coming to the stage to present the award is Kiosha and Deontay, and they'll come up and be like, well, the award for R&B, whatever.
Well, mine started, I went to school for the same thing you went to school and all of that, but mine started, shout out to Philly, Power 99
Shout
FM.
out to Philly.
Mine started at the top 9 at 9.
Okay.
The number 2 song is All I Do Is Think of You by Troop on Power 99 FM. That's how mine started. I had to say my name. You know how they had to guest DJs? I had, that's when you might not know about this, when you had the recorders or the tape decks where you press play and record at the same time.
When I studied, they showed us those, but I didn't.
When you studied?
Yeah, because when I went to Philly, I didn't work.
When I studied, I heard about that artifact. Like what? I heard about that.
Yeah, they cross train you on all the different boards and the different ones from back in the day all the way up to what's recent.
Because I used to work like you. I've done a lot of things, but when I was in high school, I used to work the cameras. I was a camera person. I did the Jerry Lewis telethons, like all of that. Don't say you don't know who Jerry Lewis is, because he used to have the telethons.
My mother used to call me him.
You know what? But I used to work the cameras and televise it, to the world. That's when the cameras were like this big.
Right.
Now you
had,
see
the
the
skirts
cameras,
on,
right?
like the Christmas tree skirts.
And you had to go, okay, you turned it into had 2 levers like this.
What?
So so that's how old I am. But I think, go ahead. I lost track myself.
Right. But the tour is so important because it's a give back project.
See, if all else fails, just go back.
To the main purpose, because this tour is my dream.
About your 3 artists.
Right. There you go. So the top 2, the ones that tie at number 1 are Dorinda Clark Cole and Brandy. Those 2, they share the number 1 spot.
Brandy
female vocalist.
So underrated.
She's
Brandy.
always been underrated. I've been a fan since 1995 when she walked on the stage in a crushed blue velvet bell bottom turtleneck jumpsuit. I was little sitting on my aunt's floor like, who is that woman? And I was done.
And you called her a woman. Go ahead,
when I was little. We close to age now, right?
Yeah. But it's
I met her too.
Did you?
I met her and I sung to her.
Oh, I didn't go that far.
But I got to go. I
just met her when she was just on Broadway.
That's what I did. I went to see her in Chicago and sung to her.
Oh, so did
Shout out to Brandy. Gave her my CD. Hope you listen to my CD. I'm trying to be on Zoe Moon, her TV show. That's coming up. Zoe Moon cast me for Zoe Moon, Brandy's Norwood and her team. Ray J, all y'all holla at your boy. 410-303-6841. But then there are other guy, the male vocalist, John Legend.
I just wanted to say, it's funny that Dorinda Clark Cole, I'm saying Karen's name with hers, but part of the Clark sisters gospel royalty, and then you have Brandy. It's funny that you compared those 2 and tied those 2.
Yeah, because you was gonna ask me what my music was.
Right.
It's eclectic.
But I think that's. Some might say, "Oh, that's not equal," but I can see that.
Well, for me,
because Brandy's tone, her riffs, her subtleties, her little,
they ride the track in similar ways.
Okay,
not at all really the same, but I love them equally. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Not that they're the same.
No, I get it.
Yeah. All but right. Then like some of the males, John Legend, Luke James, Isaac Caree. Jason Nelson.
Good choices.
It's so many of them. The dude Adam Levine from Maroon 5.
Yeah, and my daughter is 16.
Rascal
and
Flatts.
She just said, did you hear my daughter? My daughter's 16. She just said Luke James is underrated too, and he really is.
Definitely.
He really is.
Definitely.
Okay, and it's so funny. So since we talked about Luke James, it's funny because I have him on here. You want to play a game?
Let's do it.
All right, we want to play a game. Game time. Okay.
Drum roll.
I named this the name game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're gonna have artists with the same last name.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you to choose one. We're going to start with the last name, James.
Okay.
Got Luke James.
So I got, you're going to give me
we got Luke James. We got Leela James. And we got Rick James. What you know about that?
For the
Rick
fun
James?
of it, let's do Rick James.
Okay, so you choose Rick James for the fun of it?
No, you're not going to ask me to
I'm
sing a Rick James.
No. Name one Rick James song. One.
Is it Super Freak?
Okay, that's one. All right, since we on that roll, name a Leela James song. Do you know one?
I don't know their titles, but I could like she has where's it? Not where's the music?
Okay.
She has
Now, all right, that's her.
Okay.
Now, Luke James. You know any of them?
Luke James. I don't know the names, but
Do people say that you compare
cause see,
to
I
Luke
buy
James?
no.
Luke,
I wouldn't say that either. No,
No?
don't do that. No.
I see it
Oh,
too.
you think about it? Look,
Yeah.
I'm about to say, don't do it. Don't
see
set
it
me
too.
up now.
I see it. No, I do. I see it.
No, people
The
say I look like
vibe.
people say I look like Roscoe Dash. Before I
think
grew
so?
my hair, it was Chris Tucker. I think we're actually
Okay.
related too. Our
Chris
families
Tucker?
grew up in the same
you
part
right.
of the Carolinas.
Okay.
We got the same eyes and
Okay.
goofy, but yeah. But yeah.
Okay. So now,
Mm-hmm.
Diamond, where are you? He left the room.
He
All
left
right.
the room.
So we're gonna go with the last name Brown.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about either my boy Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
Bobby
Bobby.
Brown,
Bobby.
Chris Brown, or the Godfather Soul James Brown.
Let's do Chris Brown. That's my boy.
Okay, Chris
That's
Brown.
my boy. I
like
skipped him
Chris
when I
Brown.
was listing my
I
favorite
like Chris
artists.
Brown.
Every one of his CDs are amazing. Chris Brown's team, holla at your boy for a feature, for a background
do it.
co-write. We can do some
Right.
inspirational type
And he
stuff.
can dance.
Come on now.
But I love Chris Brown. I saw Chris Brown with my daughters and my sister. That's a dancing fool. And I'm sorry, I love New Flame. Like that's still my song. When it comes on, I crank it up. I love Chris Brown. Shout out Breezy.
My favorite
Did
song
they
by
just
Chris
show
Brown
his-
is I'm sorry.
Go
Did
ahead.
you show what?
They just showed his new album cover
Yeah,
with his
with the
baby.
baby on it.
That's so nice. I like that. His new. But I laugh because it's a beautiful picture. But
And then they
it
got
says
parental
explicit.
advisory.
That's what I said. I said, okay, he got his baby.
I
on
got
the
my
cover.
baby on here, but she can't listen to it.
Exactly. When I saw that, so funny. That's the first thing I thought of. But what do you say your favorite
I wasn't
Chris
going back.
Brown
I was about to
song
go
is?
into why. That's all PR. That's all.
Right.
You know.
Oh,
But
I
anyway,
know.
we know.
Right,
we
right,
know.
Right,
He
exactly.
said, "Oh, my favorite one is the one he did on his first CD when he talks about his mother,
Miss Joyce.
Miss Joyce. Mama always did little things like that. That song
See, and people, and I
that hit me here because I wrote a song for my parents too on my old karaoke mixtapes. That
Love
when
it.
I get my situation together,
Yeah.
I'm gonna record. I got hundreds of songs. I'm
I
gonna
love
record
it.
all of them.
Love it.
But I wrote one to my parents too. And this was back way before his came out. So when his came out, I was like, "Dang, so people are doing this."
Yeah, I love
Okay.
it. And now you see a lot of people.
Yeah,
are,
like Beyonce did the Daddy song.
Daddy, that song makes you cry.
Right, and I'm glad she did that because
Kanye.
fathers don't get enough love.
No, they don't. Well, now
Right.
I'm glad she did it then because now he don't get no love from her. Matthew knows he was just on the Breakfast Club, like okay, all right, but yeah, I'm glad. I don't think
Shout
she
out to
would do
Matthew,
that
the
now.
booking numbers.
Right.
Holla at me, Matthew.
I mean, look, he groomed Beyonce.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh, he's still making
you know,
moves. Please
the
believe me.
the man and the manager are two different.
Right. He's still making
entities.
moves.
Right. All right. So the last one, my girl Vivian Green
Mhm.
or Al Green.
You gotta give me two.
Yeah, I couldn't think of another
Let's
Green.
do Vivian because she got
Okay.
this song
Love.
be rocking.
The
What is
one-
it's an older one. It was
Getting back to my baby.
no, it's an up tempo joint. It's like a summertime sound.
Yeah, getting back to my baby.
How'd
She
it go?
using Frankie Beverly.
How'd it go?
The Before I Let You Go.
But what's
Beating
the,
it
what's the
back.
words?
I can't sing. Don't do that to
What?
me.
I
You
was
wanna
singing.
sing it?
I'm trying to remember because it's my joint.
Is it new? Are they playing it now?
Cause I like it. And
Oh, that song. Yeah, that's not the newest.
I
I like that song. Yeah.
it. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
it's
it.
old, but it's
I don't
it's,
need
it's
it.
my joint.
I don't need it. Yeah, but I like it. Me and my daughters. I'm telling you, that CD, and yes, I said CD. It's still on my iPod.
As I
too,
buy
but
CDs,
that
that's why I don't
CD
know the names of tracks. I buy
Right.
the CDs. I look at the
Me too.
credits.
That CD.
I contact the
front
labels
to
and send them
back.
my stuff.
Yeah, see.
Shout out to
Front
CC
back.
Winans label, Pure Springs Gospel, that actually got back to
I
me.
don't wanna be your girlfriend. Yep. I don't like. Yep. I know I can't sing, y'all. I already told you that. But yeah, that's the CD we listen to front and backwards. Okay, that's the end of my game. That was fun. That was fun.
Cool. That was cool.
All right. Remember, we're gonna have him sing in just a little bit. I'm just checking my time.
Just a little bit.
So, what advice would you give a young person that's trying to, I guess, do what you're doing, following your footsteps, have the confidence that you have in yourself, believe in yourself as far as your capabilities and your gifts and what you can do, and putting all of this stuff together, not afraid to promote yourself? What if a young person is out there watching you like, how is he so confident? How is he doing what he's doing? What advice would you give them?
Well, I get that all the time, and I actually mentor young professionals, more so young male models. I introduced the Male Model Reach movement. That's a movement that focuses on kind of changing the face of the image of male models, but that's a different story. But back to all young people across all entertainment genres or any talent or trying to move into any area of arts and performance. It's easy for people like me who grew up in a two-parent family home that was supported. Now, my mother was way more supported than my father was, especially when it came to fashion, of course. So I'm the only boy, and when I started designing, I started designing, making stuff out of curtains, tablecloths, box installation, like little bubble stuff, and the styrofoam, the sheet styrofoam.
Okay, what did you make?
And
out
I
of
wore
that?
that stuff to school too.
Wait a minute.
So you
See,
could
were
imagine,
always
you could
confident.
imagine my father's face. This was high school. He'd be
you were
like, "Boy, go take that off." My mom would be like, "Let him."
let the baby express himself. So
It was fly though. It was fly though.
I need to know what you made out of styrofoam.
Okay,
and
well, a
the bubble
styrofoam. There's some styrofoam that's a sheet. It's like a blanket, but it's
and it rolls up like a sleeping bag.
Right. So that I made a vest.
Dashiki? Oh.
Well, I'm gonna do that. Okay. So I made a vest out of that. But out of curtains, my mother had these old drapes. They were like rusty brown. I hand sew. I'm not formally trained on the machine because back then I had these little things about me. Like as an artist, I felt like a sewing machine wasn't authentic enough. Like, and so I sewed by hand instead, and I never learned a sewing machine. Now that I'm older, I'm like I could be putting stuff in mass production. Like no,
Well, you still
same
can.
as
That
music.
ain't going
Musically, I thought if I didn't write all of my songs, then I'm not a real artist because I'm a songwriter and it comes from me.
Right.
But now I'm like, it's some stuff. I'm like, I wish that was my song. It's amazing, and I feel it. But
as long as someone can capture what you really are about, and
it's
what
like you
you're gonna
grow and you
convey.
learn.
Yeah.
But I made out of the curtains. It was like this rusty brown color with like white leaves on it. So I made a whole. My pastor called it a smoking jacket. So it didn't have the lapel. It was like a suit.
Yeah.
It had it was like a scarf
I know
lapel
what
that
you're
came all
talking
the way down. It was quarter length, long sleeves, and the
know,
pants.
that's right.
But the pants, I didn't know how to properly make pants like zippers at that time. So the crotch part was open. But I had enough fabric so it overlapped, like kind of like y'all maxi dresses or wrap dresses.
Yeah.
So it would wrap, and then I had the tie, so it would tie.
Oh, that's hot.
But you wouldn't see it
It
like
was
the
like,
jacket.
sound like a song. Well, that does
But I
sound
had
like
the
you
shirt,
need a
then I
pipe.
had the vest under there. It was crazy.
And
Then I
you
did
went to
one.
high
I did a
school like
tuxedo
that.
vest. I wore because then we had Spirit Week. So what I did after Spirit Week was I did a one-man fashion show. So Monday through Friday I wore a different outfit that I made. So I mean, and people were loving it. But surprisingly was the guys was loving it. They was like, "Yo, where you get? Yo, make."
So you always been confident. So
No. Well, I never had low self-esteem, but I wasn't always.
You gotta be confident to wear bubble wrap to school.
That's true, but it's. But I mean, by then I was. But that's high school, like coming up. You know,
So
it was a battle a little bit because my parents, like my father, wasn't as supportive as my mother.
Got you.
But it also was audition after audition after audition. I didn't get into Baltimore School for the Arts. After middle school, I tried out for that, and I destroyed that audition. I was not ready, but. And I only went for acting. If I could go back, I would have auditioned for dancing, even though I would have danced, sung, acted in whatever categories they had.
You're supposed to be.
Yeah. So I don't regret it.
You wouldn't have known Jewel if you didn't go to Woodlawn. There you go, see?
Right. I don't regret it. But yeah, I would tell young people too, if you don't have a support system like I did, you have a support system. So if it's one person, it's one person. That's all you need. Because the reason why I'm so confident now is because of that support system, but also learning how to accept no and rejection. You would not believe how much rejection. And not take it personally. Well,
and not take
some of it. You have to take it. You have to use it.
Yeah, but you have to know that there's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
It's just not what they're
unless
looking for
unless
at
you
that
accept
time.
mediocrity, because there's some criticism and some rejection that may hurt, but it may be true. You may just have to step your game up.
Right.
So you gotta really be in tune with who you are. Yeah. So I would get rejection like I was told by somebody like you shouldn't sing. You should be a choir director because you know your voice. Like I sing out of pitch, like I'll be slightly under it or slightly over it, and so he was saying like you just stick to choir director, and you know just try. I don't know if he was trying to crush the dream, but he wasn't, because this was college, so I was way past doubting myself by then.
Yeah, but some people are dream killers, and some people don't see your vision, you know, and then they don't see your abilities, and they smash it because they may not understand, or they don't feel that you fit the cookie cutter image, so they'll say that, but that confidence comes into play where you know your gifts and talents and you believe in yourself. So is that what you would tell these young people?
My spiritual side supersedes a lot of stuff too, because God confirms things to me.
Yes.
When I'm out in the club singing, and then I walk outside and somebody comes up to me crying, talking about the message in the song. 'Cause I had this conversation last night with somebody. I said, my voice is not going to give you chills alone. Like my voice is not like, oh my God. But what it is it's the voice. It's the passion behind it. It's the story of the songwriting. It's my stage presence, my presentation, my showmanship. And it's the anointing above all that's going to grab your heart and bring you into whatever I'm presenting. So I'm not the premier vocalist, but I ain't too bad.
See, well, I don't even have to give him an introduction to hear his song right now because he just told you what you're about to hear. Yeah. So, you ready to perform?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm doing an original.
I said, do you want to stand up? Can you perform sitting down? He was like, oh no, I got this. I can do it sitting down. So I got him surround sound right here. So he was about to break it on down.
It was feedback last time.
Okay.
Right there. I don't know if I'm doing original or a little cover that I like to do. Let me see.
You need hand clap or beatbox or something? You need something or a snap or something?
Let's get this right here.
Hey.
All right. We've been through things in life that's made us who we are now. And every moment of my life, ooh yeah, I hold on to every lesson, and I won't make excuses, no, for all the times I failed at something. As I stop and look around, all I see is possibilities. The world is at our feet, oh. The only thing that can stop me is me. The future is in our hands, and I will live my dreams. 'Cause I believe in me, oh. What do you wanna do? Hey. 'Cause it's inside of you. Greatness is who we are. Hey. Only you can make it happen. Oh, happen.
Yay! Woo. I love it. You wrote
that. Seasons is changing. I'm doing that tomorrow. Fraser Mansion, Northwest DC. 6 p.m. is free. Yeah, that's one of my newest songs. So like people
say, if it's free, it's me?
Yes. That's free 99. That's free like 99. My Marvin Gaye "What's Going On" type of song. I wrote that when I was thinking about what's going on with the Freddie Gray situation, and now all about unrest, even worldwide. It all just came crashing down. And I was like, in one interview, I feel like this tour is kind of going to be therapy for artists as well. Because sometimes we see so much going on in our society, and we as artists, we like, I wish I had the answer, or you just get frustrated, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like in the release of this tour, artists can come and take a load out of their busy schedule, just relax and be poured back into. And with all these things going on in our world, The second verse talks about how we all have gifts that God has given us, and we're all the answer. If we engage our friends, we engage our community on the positive, there's no way that we can't, prevent or decrease the violence, the lack of love in in our communities and eventually our world. So
I think it's all about love.
And the song is called "It Doesn't Matter." So
And is that on YouTube?
That's
is
not
that
on
SoundCloud.
Well, right now you can watch.
CD
You can watch
Baby?
the opening night of my tour, which has that song on YouTube. So you can type in Brother Calvin Tour, just so you don't have to type in everything, and it'll drop down. You'll see at least 4 videos from opening night. You can watch the whole thing, see what you're gonna get tomorrow.
I love it. And okay, say where you're going to be again tomorrow.
The Fraser Mansion of the Church of Scientology in Northwest DC, and of course I don't have
it's free
the
99.
address
It's
on
free.
me right now. But let me pull it up real quick. View that.
Okay. So and also you have a birthday coming up.
Located 1701 20th Street, Northwest Washington DC.
And also we'll give his social media information in a little bit.
Yeah, my birthday. I turned 32 on October 22nd, which is next Thursday. But I celebrate every day of the month. I done been to comedy shows. I done been out to eat with friends. I done spent time with God in a way that I normally don't. In prayer and different things like that. I spent time strategizing for my next move and where God wants me to go career-wise in life.
Because like you said, and I say this about every birthday, every day, every
this
breath,
is my
every
birthday
step.
celebration tonight too. On this show.
And he's going to see Fabulous after this.
Going to the sound stage to see Fabulous perform.
F-A-B-O.
And that was free.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
But I always say about birthdays, like I said, I think it's very important to celebrate each day because so many people are taken out of here daily.
And you never know.
You never know when your
the Bible
last
says
day
no
is your
man
last
knows
day.
the day or the hour.
No.
When
So
the
I
Son
think
of Man
it's
might appear.
right, and I think it's important to celebrate life and celebrate the life that you have and make it the best life that you can possibly have. And
so I gotta come back to you because we gotta talk about how I'm also celebrating my birthday so hard because I'm not supposed to be here right now. Not only did I almost die when I was younger, but at a certain point I went from being on the honor roll to being on my way to being a juvenile delinquent. That's a whole nother story.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? This was all before
that. We
5th
need
grade.
Another hour for that.
Yeah, right. You see, I try not to go there because
All right,
we don't have time, but
we're gonna have.
But know that I'm a
Brother
testimony,
Calvin
and that's
come
why
back.
I'm celebrating that I'm 32 years of age, and I'm not ashamed to tell anybody. Sometimes when the students used to be this, I was 28 when I was substitute teaching, and I would tell them, 28, you old. And you don't care you telling us that? And I tell them that story. Like, this is why I'm proud to be the age that I am.
I always say it. My cousin, it was like my sister, got killed at 19.
Oh, wow.
19 little years on this earth. And I remember I was 17 when she was 19. And I didn't think I would make... I can't even because I'll start crying with this for real. Like I didn't think, I was so nervous when I was 17 because I didn't think that I would make it to 19.
Right.
I didn't think my friends or my family would make it to 19. So when I made it to 19 and now 44 years old, I'm thankful and I'm blessed because then you thought, okay, she lived, but you look back like 19 years.
Right.
So that's why people always ask me, why do you say your age? Because I'm thankful. I'm blessed
I had
to
friends
still
that
be
didn't see
here.
18.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of with you,
Come on,
you're,
bro.
statistic-wise, you're a young black male.
Educated,
that
never
was-
been to jail.
Wait a minute. A young black
Come
male raised in Baltimore.
In a 2-parent house.
In a 2-parent house. But you weren't even supposed to be here.
Right.
You're not even statistically, 2-parent home statistically, young black male statistically, living in Baltimore, one of the highest crimes. You guys know,
Right.
Baltimore is not all that people say it is. It's
Right.
It's
It is
good.
not
People-
the wire. Every
no,
part
it's
of
not
Baltimore
the wire,
is not
and
the
it's
wire.
not the Freddie Gray riots every day, everywhere. Right. It's not. So just to be grateful and thankful, like you said, that you're still here. So
I forgot that part too. That's the other reason why I did the tour too, because we're all Baltimore artists to kind of shine a light nationally
positive
that
light.
it's positivity coming out of our city.
for sure.
That was the number one reason. I
for
forgot
sure.
that. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. So, question I ask all my guests: when you look at your future, what does it look like? And I already know it's shiny. I'm gonna have to put some shades on.
Yes.
It's bright.
It's
I
glitter.
already
It's
know
glistening.
that.
Water is
Right.
glistening all over my future.
it's glistening.
It's glistening all over. No, but I
Love
see
it.
myself just tapping into my full potential, my full anointing, and what God really wants me to do in
Love
terms of the preaching ministry, evangelism on that side. in the music and arts and performing arts, all those areas, I see them having my own production company, my own broadcasting network, and my own school. I want to do a performing arts school, and I have a vision for a performing arts school that when God really puts that thing together, it's going to be amazing. Haven't even told many people about it, and when I say it, I just say that, and that's it.
You couldn't get into one, and now you're getting ready to have your own.
On,
hello, look how the world works. Look how won't he do it? Won't he will?
Hasn't he done it?
But
so that's what I
that.
see. Traveling the world, major motion picture films.
I see it all for
you. Can see me in season 1 of House of Cards, just an extra, but you can see me there.
Okay, I gotta go check it out. My dad
Against
loves
Zoe
that show.
Moon, Brandy Norwood, your whole team, 410.
They just finished wrapping the first season, but maybe you can, they'll get a second season. Maybe you can go on Zoe Moon. Yeah, they just finished wrapping.
And I just sang to you in Chicago.
Sorry, it's funny because I wonder if we were there the same day.
I don't know. That video is on YouTube.
Okay,
yeah.
I just got a still picture, but nevertheless,
I got a picture.
Shout out Brandy. Maybe
out.
You could get him on second season, and maybe you can come on Conversations.
Yeah, come on
watching.
through. Have a conversation with a K.
Ray J's watching. Somebody's watching.
Come on.
Okay. Well, all the stuff that you said that you see for your future, I see it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have the right attitude, the right mindset. You have God in your life. You're letting God plant those steps for you, plant those seeds for you, and I see nothing but greatness for you because you're very confident in you, and you know whose you are. You can tell.
Thank you.
You can tell, and all the stuff that you're doing, and you ain't even 32 yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it. I see it all happening, but I'll say it again. Just make sure you remember.
I'm coming
you
back.
On Conversations. Don't get too highfalutin, high and mighty that you can't come back on Conversations to Radio on Fire.
Radio on Fire.
Okay. So tell the viewers, the listeners, how they can keep up with you and everything that you got going on.
Yes. Holla at your boy, The Brother Calvin Show on YouTube. On Facebook, it is Brother Calvin D. Tucker Jr. You can go to Kendell's page and go to her friends list. It's BRO, the abbreviation, BRO.space Calvin D. Tucker Jr. IG is Calvin, the number 2, ENT. It stands for Choose Calvin to Entertain. The booking number again for the 20th time is 410-303-6841. calshowtime@gmail.com. calshowtime@gmail.com.
Okay, and talk about your tour one
The
last
True
time.
Motivation National Music Tour. We're going to D.C. tomorrow, the Church of Scientology's Fraser Mansion, 6 p.m. That's 6 p.m. and it's free.
Okay.
We're going to Staten Island November 14th, New York. Holla at your boy.
All right. And
Joel Dion, Kondwani Fidel, and special guest.
You heard him. And it sounds like a treat.
Yes.
It really, really does.
You're going to get choreography. You're going to get spoken word. You're going to get rap. You're going to get lyrics.
Can I be a dancer?
You can.
Can I be behind
you absolutely can.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Featuring Kendell on the 1 and 2.
And I'd be like, I do the old school 80 dances.
Oh, yes. The break dances, spin on your head.
I used to be part of the Fresh Females. Our special K back in the 80s. What?
You know what? I actually met Roxanne Shante and MC Shyrock. I did a tribute to them in Brooklyn.
Old school.
Yeah, I met the legend. See, female rappers are my favorites. I know history about female.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Like
Shout out to Roxanne Shante, Miss Toy. Holla at Miss Toy. Shout out to Miss Toy. MC Shyrock, amazing female MCs, legends.
That's old school. I was going to say that. Legends for real.
Yes.
Okay, you know a little bit of
Shout out to the Book of Eli in New York. Homeboy does a lot of amazing things with talent.
Go ahead, I give you like 30 seconds.
I got to go. Woodlawn High School, class of 2002. My Tucker family, McMullen family. My best friend, his birthday was the 13th. January Heath, she's celebrating tomorrow. Let's see, my sisters, of course, brother-in-law. The Male Model Reach Movement. Shout out to Atlantic City Fashion Week, Baltimore Fashion Week. Plitz New York Fashion Week. Shout out to Philip Hawthorne. These are all people that have blessed my career. Shout out to Pastor Emmanuel Favor. That's my pastor. Everybody that's had a hand in supporting my ministry, my artistry. Everybody that stuck by me, prayed for me, encouraged me when I was down or I messed something up. You know, we all make mistakes, and y'all have been there for me. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all when I see y'all.
And shout out to the mailman. You forgot the mailman.
And the mailman who brings the mail on time.
All right.
Radio on Fire, Kendell. Yes, did I say it right?
Yeah, you got it
That's
right.
right.
You
That's
said
right.
it right. Okay. Well, as you can see, he is doing big
And no, I don't
things.
practice Scientology. I forgot.
Everybody's
asking me that.
Right.
I just put it on Facebook. I said, okay,
But
if I
you
have.
spread the love. love.
Right. It's about network. They don't discriminate. They didn't tell me I can't sing the name of Jesus. I performed there twice before, different events, a fashion show, and then I had my 30th birthday party, networking party there. But they're so open, so it's a venue where you can network. And how can I reach somebody and evangelize if I'm scared to step into that venue? That's a whole nother conversation. But I'm not a Scientologist, and they did not tell me I can't say the name of Jesus, so they're not against anything that I stand for. You should actually support, because they're, by inviting me, they're inviting and embracing the gospel of Jesus Christ. So it's not a gospel tour either. That other people think that I'm a preacher. It's not a gospel tour, but you will hear music from the gospel genre, the country genre. You'll hear R&B, you'll hear pop music, you'll hear some hip hop, but it's all going to be inspirational. That's why the name is True Motivation.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And everybody knows, if you watch this show, if you know me, if you follow my YouTube series, the Yup series, anything, you know that I'm all about positivity. I'm all about motivation. All my guests don't have, you're welcome. All my guests have these things in common for a reason. I connect with those type of people that are about inspiring, uplifting, motivating, living your passion and your dreams and all of that. That's the type of guest that I have on. So you fall right in line with that, and awesome. I love what you're doing, so I wish you much success with that.
Thank you.
Sincerely.
You as well. And your event tomorrow, make sure you show them the flyer.
You.
Make sure y'all come out to that. You come out to that, and then you come on down at 6 p.m. to the tour.
Over at 4.
Hers over at 4. Get in the car, go right up the street, Northwest DC. That only take about 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Good looking out.
And it's free.
Good looking out.
So you come to her event. You can pay at the door if you don't have your tickets, which you should, and then come on down to the tour. That's how you do it. You get your weekend in.
He just did it for me.
Come on now.
My event is the Vision Board Empowerment Workshop in Owings Mills. Living True Living You at live.com. If you need tickets, if you click on the Eventbrite link, or if you go to my website, livingtruelivingyou.com, you'll see the information on there. As Brother Calvin did say, you can pay at the door. It's a great time. A lot of motivation going on, a lot of loving on each other, and just having an amazing time. Shout out Latoya, I can't wait to see you.
Shout out to DJ Twiz. Yep. DJ Twiz.
Okay, you got
He's the soul of the tour. Like, that's my sound man for the tour. DJ,
yeah, you gotta shout
he's
out
amazing because he reaches out to artists all over Baltimore. He won the Rep Your Grind Award for DJ of the Year. I won Male Model of the Year this year for the Rep Your Grind Awards. Vonetta Chapman, Michelle Duckett of Rep Your Grind. I really need a connection with them, because y'all are amazing. Y'all are pioneers and really putting us on and really allowing us to expand our brands like people won't. You know what I'm saying? If we don't embrace each other and help each other come up, we're not gonna get anywhere by ourselves.
So true.
But DJ Twiz, without asking for anything from you, without trying to pull from you, he's giving and giving.
Love it.
So DJ Twiz, shout out to you. Sabrina Williams.
I got to rub on you. He knows a lot of people.
Teresa Irvin of the Road to Fashion tour.
All right, so when you go on your next radio show, make sure you shout me out.
Right.
Conversations Radio on Fire, Diamond K. You can shout us all out. We can be part of that, rotation.
That's how I do it.
All right, well, thank you so much. This has been an awesome show. You have been a delight, a joy.
Thank you. It's been fun.
And I'm glad you had fun. Will you come back?
Yes, I will.
Okay, because you got a lot to talk about.
You're going to be sick of me after a while. It's going to be next week. How y'all doing? I'm not.
He's wearing the Radio on Fire colors and everything.
The table cloth.
Didn't even know. And I don't want to keep you, because I know you're going to see FABO.
Trying to jump on stage and sing a hook.
Right. All right, well, this has been great, and I thank you for watching Conversations. I just want to end. Calvin is no different than you, me, or anyone else that wants to pursue their dream. Well, a dream doesn't work unless you do. It's just that simple. Work towards what you want. Work towards what you want out of life. You will get what you put into it. It's just that simple. You can't be lazy with your dream. Give it your all, and don't stop until you achieve your desired outcome. The choice is yours. You can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. You have to work hard to do it. If you want it, sometimes it's just not given to you. You got to get on your grind. Stay on your grind. You got to wake up thinking about what you want to do next, and you got to make it happen. Again, thank you so much for watching Conversations with Kendell Lenice. You can reach me on Facebook, Living True Living You -life coaching. livingtruelivingyou.com. Everything is there that you need to see, and if you want to reach me and connect, please do so. Hope I see you guys at my event tomorrow. And remember, you guys are a star, all of you. So don't let anyone dim your shine. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace. God bless.